So for the Kalmi Kebab, I have about 6 chicken legs here. First I am going to prick it with a fork. Make sure you prick it on all sides. So the reason why we prick the chicken legs with the fork is to retain the shape of the legs, because if you cut it into slits, then it might not have the exact shape of the leg. The key to any kebab is to marinate the meats well. Squeeze the juice of 1 lemon. So this is going to be your first marinade. Next I am going to add a little salt. Next add half teaspoon of turmeric powder, 2 teaspoons chili powder. And if you like it a little more spicy, you can add more chili powder. Make sure you rub all the chicken pieces with the first marinade. Let this marinate for about 15 minutes. For the second marinade, I am going to dry roast a few spices, starting with some cinnamon, cloves and cardamom. 1/4 teaspoon whole peppercorns, 1 tablespoon coriander seeds, 1 tablespoon cumin seeds, 10 cashew nuts and 1 tablespoon roasted chana dal. Roast the ingredients for about 5 minutes on medium flame. Make sure it's all roasted to a lovely golden color. Now turn off the stove, cool this, and now we're going to grind the ingredients together. So the ingredients have cooled down now. I'm going to first grind the dry ingredients. To this I'm just going to add 2 teaspoons of ginger garlic paste. I'm going to add the curd into the mixer and grind it all together. Pour the marinade into the chicken. Make sure all the pieces are coated. So after we've added the ingredients for the second marinade, close the bowl and refrigerate it for about 4 hours minimum and a maximum of about 8 to 12 hours. I'm going to cook the chicken legs in the pan. Now if you want to grill this, you can actually grill them. 2 teaspoons of oil and 1 teaspoon of ghee. So you can see the pieces, the legs have been marinated well. They've been sitting for about 4 hours now. Now if you want to use all ghee, you can do that as well. It will just enhance the flavors of the chicken kebab. Reduce the flame, gently place the legs into the pan. After 5 minutes, just flip the legs to the other side. You've got a nice lovely golden glaze here. The legs are a bit charred on one side. This whole cooking process has to be done on low flame. Pour a little bit of the marinade onto each of these legs. Cook the chicken for 25 to 30 minutes on low flame. After about 7 minutes, turn the legs to the other side. So the chicken has been cooking in the marinade. You can see how juicy they are, the legs. Gravy is nice, it's getting thick and dark. So this has been cooking for about 15 minutes. So just continue to slow cook this till all the marinade, the masala is dry. So here is a great recipe for your chicken kebab craving. So do try and enjoy with your family and friends. For the Murgh Malai kebab, the first step is marination. I have 250 grams of boneless chicken. So starting with the lemon juice. So take the juice of 1 lemon, 1 whole teaspoon of ginger garlic paste, half teaspoon white pepper. If you don't have white pepper, you can use regular black pepper. 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon garam masala, 2 green chilies finely chopped, fresh coriander finely chopped. For this I am going to use half cup of hung curd. You can see the curd is very thick and nice. All the whey has been removed. So I am going to add half cup of that and 1/4 cup of fresh cream. Now mix all the ingredients into the chicken pieces. Now the minimum marination for the chicken would be 2 hours and maximum would be about 5 to 6 hours, or you can even do it overnight. The more you marinate, the more tender and juicy your kebab will be. If you see the chicken has been marinated for about 4 hours now, start skewering the pieces. So we've skewered the chicken pieces. Next we're going to grill it on the stove top. So take a nice pan, add a little butter. We're going to cook this on low flame to let the chicken cook through. Start gently placing the skewers into the pan. Close the pan and let it cook for about 10 minutes on one side. After 10 minutes, open. We're going to flip it over to the other side. You can dab a little bit of butter on top. So once you've done this, turn it over to the other side. So it's got a nice lovely golden color to it. Close it and cook for another 7 to 8 minutes. So you can see the pieces are getting charred on both sides. So make sure you keep turning it over from time to time. so that you get this lovely golden brown color. The pieces also are cooked. The final step is to smoke the chicken to get a nice smoky flavor to the kebabs. So what I'm going to do is just take a piece of charcoal. So now we're going to smoke this. So I've kept the charcoal piece in a cup and I've kept it into the pan. So you can just drizzle with a little oil, close it immediately, turn off the stove and let it sit in the smoke for about 2 minutes. Your Murgh Malai kebab is ready to be served. So there you go. You can make this delicious Murgh Malai kebab on the stove top if you don't have a tandoor or a grill or an oven. So this is the best way that you can try it. So do try and enjoy this delicious recipe. So first I'm going to make a coarse paste of garlic. This is about 7 cloves of garlic, 1 piece of ginger, 2 green chilies chopped. If you don't have a pestle and mortar, you can just grind this in a mixer. I have about 300 grams of minced meat, which is mutton. To this I'm going to add 1 medium sized onion finely chopped. Add the crushed ginger, garlic and green chili. Next add 2 teaspoons of coriander powder, 2 teaspoons of cumin powder, 1 teaspoon cayenne pepper, 1 teaspoon of paprika powder, 1 teaspoon of salt. Salt you can add according to your taste. Chop a handful of fresh mint leaves. Chop a handful of coriander leaves. Now that you've added all the ingredients, we're going to quickly mix it together. After you've added all the ingredients for the mince, let this sit for about 2 hours. You can leave it at room temperature and then you can make your Seekh Kebabs. Mutton mince for the Seekh Kebab has been sitting for 2 hours with the masalas in it. I'm just going to put this in the blender and pulse it a few times to get the right consistency. So you can see the mince, I've not made it too fine, it's just a coarse mince, because if it's too coarse or if it's got larger pieces, it might not stick to the skewer stick. So this way you can stick it into the skewer, or the meat will hold the skewer stick well. So that's the reason why we blend it. So I've taken a handful of the mince, so just do this gently. I have a microwave grill and conventional oven, so I am going to use the grill setting and grill these Seekh Kebabs. But before I do that, I am going to preheat it with the grill setting and then I will grill them for about 10 minutes on each side. So here is a lovely and interesting recipe that you can make next time you get mutton. You can follow the same steps and make it with chicken as well. You can get a copy of our first edition of the home cooking book on 21 frames.